Oi, boys, welcome to another episode in our multi-year career mode playthrough back with the Gold Coast Titans. It is round 7 and we got some major ins for this match. Look, it's no secret we got belted by the Sharks last week and we got two of our major playmakers back in Tanner Boyd and Ash Taylor. The opponents, however, don't get any easier as we are taking on one of the juggernauts in the modern era of NRL, and that is the Sydney Roosters. Before we jump into the action though, as we always do, shout out to the gang. Show yourselves in the comment section down below with a hashtag Odd Squad, or simply throw up some clashing swords as we jump right into round 7. So we'll get possession in our 20. Looking at our next couple of games, we've got a few rematches on the cards against the Knights, the Eels, some wins we want to get back, some pretty quick turnarounds for these rematches. Obviously the Eels is the biggest one we want to get back. They beat us in round 1, 24 points to 0, kept us scoreless. And the Knights barely beat us by 2 points, so hopefully we can get on a winning run starting with this match. It'll be a tough one against the Roosters as they contain us within our 30, going for a risky kick with Ash Taylor, and it doesn't pay off as we kick it out on the full. The Roosters with a full set to work with right around our 30. So we take another look here at the kick. Literally no angle to work with. It was a risky play, but hey man, you gotta risk it. That time it didn't pay off, and it'll be the feed to the scrum. The Roosters, Radley feeds it to James Tedesco, gets around the first defender, and we wrap him up on our 20. On the first with Morris, this time taking the tackle inside the 10. The Roosters looking to score here, and it's an easy try to open the scoring. Angus Crichton will go through untouched. Plenty of space around the ruck. The Roosters on the board, so we pay the ultimate price off that Ash Taylor miss kick. A terrible last tackle option from the Roosters. Tanner Boyd, first tackle, goes for a little scoot, finds plenty of space, but we can't get a pass away. Tanner Boyd makes a decent run though, plenty of gains as we get wrapped up on the 20, looking to send Big Fotuaika to the line, and the Roosters give a penalty away. Definitely not taking the 2. See if we can just keep the pressure on them, keep our foot at their necks, see if they self-combust here. First, a flat-footed Ash Taylor will find space, gets the pass away to Fotuaika. Man, I hate when the playmakers receive the ball flat-footed as we get it back to Taylor. He gets ironed out. Thankfully, he doesn't spill his lollies here as we get it out to Dave Fifita, but in his face are the Roosters. Driven backwards, in fact. Fourth, looking for Peachy, but it's regathered by Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. I don't even know what happened there. I know Tino was at first receiver. We were looking for Peachy, but he somehow regathered the ball and we score our first try of the game. We'll take it. So we take another look here. That was a terrible no-looker from Big Tino, but hey man, it confused even the opposition. We score our first points of the match. Taylor to tie it up from right in front. Kick return, first run. Big Moaki Fotuaika. We'll get wrapped up on our 10. That's a nice bump from Big Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. The big boys putting in the work. Taylor to David Fifita. Not making many meters. He's well contained so far as we exploit the short side through Stags. Tempted to look for an offload, but we hold on to it. On the 50. Peachy just sent into a defender. Probably should have held on to that one. Fifth and last. Stags drops it on the toe. Regathered by Fa'asuamaleaui. Peachy with an offload, and it's frantic here on the last play for Fifita. Draws in 2 defenders, floats it out to Corey Thompson, and it's another unorthodox, I guess, unorthodox type of try. Not the prettiest of plays, but it's working so far. Teddy with the kickoff. Waiting for it, Tino Fa'asul Maleaui, another bump off the kickoff, and we get greedy looking for the offload. James Tedesco was all over that one. Roosters on the 10. I am starting to notice that's becoming a bit of a bad habit of ours during this career mode with the Titans. Just pushing one too many passes. It's got us in some strife, so might have to dial it back a bit. As the Roosters, they score yet another simple try. Our goal line defense is non-existent at the moment. Luke Keary will get over for the second try by the Roosters. James Tedesco with the conversion. And we are locked at 12 points apiece. So it's 12 all, but I definitely feel like we're on top of the Roosters at the moment. Both their tries coming off a couple of bad plays by us, one risky play by Taylor, and just a poor decision to offload at the kickoff. Again, it's pretty dark in the stadium. It won't be dark for you by the time this comes out. We'll do some color corrections to brighten it up. As Ashley Taylor again wears one. Defense just loves putting the hits on our small boys. As Sami goes for a little scoot, looking a little short on this left side here. We try to put a kick through. Tedesco running onto it, runs into touch. I don't like getting the ball that way, but I will gladly take it. I think it would have been our ball regardless, because it looked like the kick got deflected. Bruh, look at this scrum setup. They are setting up for a switch play, so we get it back to Stags here on the left side. First, Taylor out the back to Tanner Boyd, looking for a runner. He finds AJ Brimson, unable to step our way through the middle of the field. Back to Tanner Boyd. Ash Taylor firing. That's a beautiful flat ball. Back on the inside to Vita Pangai Jr. Cut down a meter before the line. The play slowly coming together, surprisingly, as Ash Taylor again wears one from the defense of the Roosters. That's a good ball to Stags. Fifth and last, sitting in the pocket, Ash Taylor will drop it on the toe, running onto it. AJ Brimson. We score our third try of the match. That's a clean little play, finally. A little bit of cleanliness to one of our tries here. Just a grubber intended for AJ Brimson. So they finally decide to turn the lights on in the stadium. Our attack's starting to look a little decent. Again, it's just reminiscent of that Brisbane Broncos career mode series. We are slowly becoming notorious for our slow starts and our scrappiness. I don't know what the reasoning is. It's just, I don't know, it's just been the theme of this series so far. That's another big hit. Comes by way of the Roosters. Herman Ese on the receiving end as we look to float one out to Proctor. Proctor finds Kelly. Oh, we don't draw in the defender. What an offload back in field though by Anthony Don. We will get one more play here. Fogarty, first receiver, flat-footed, so we pop a chip over the top, regather, and there it is. Our fourth try of the game, Jamal Fogarty. What about the effort from Don to keep it alive? He had like 3 players on him, dragging him to the sideline too. Full time, the Sydney Roosters 18, the Gold Coast Titans 24. They did end up scoring one more little consolation try before the end of the match, but boys, what about the return from Ash Taylor and Tanner Boyd? Both very influential in this match. It was a hectic return from those two, Ash Taylor picking up man of the match. As always, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more Rugby League Live 4 content, or more content in general, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you.
Give me that code to the
Later.
Smack that hole in the base. No regrets for the work I match, cause I can go any day. Cops just want me in chain. Smoke that kush for the pay.